Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome to Interplanetary, a little indie game I stumbled across recently that's all about interplanetary warfare, and it's wonderful and amazing, and rather than trying to describe it, I'm just going to show it to you because it's really damn cool. So I'm just setting up a galaxy right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a few AIs, just a few AIs. Now, my planet is going to be Earth, obviously, I shall be Earth. And the enemy, just to make sure I feel not so bad about the murder. Yes, Noxious Planet, putting it out of its misery. Red Planet, probably communist. Shredded Dune probably wasn't a nice place to live in the first place. Alright, lovely. So here we are in a galaxy that's just been generated. Now, the planets that were in this kind of... the planets that we just set up are the ones with the coloured orbits. So I've got me here, Planet Many a True Nerd. Planet AI Player 3. Did I get to name that? I didn't name that. If so, never mind. And then we've got AI Player 2, probably very hot that close to the sun. We're really putting him out of his misery. And AI Player 4, the far side of the sun. So basically, we are immediately engaging in interplanetary warfare. Rather, we don't have to, but if we don't, they probably will. First thing I love about this game, aside from the fact, oh my goodness, I just love a little orbital map that I can play with, is you can zoom right in to your planet, just right down to the detail. And straight away, we've got ourselves Earth. Earth as wasn't. Alright, due credit to the people who set up the city of Rosa, but that is a flipping inhospitable place to live. So, Earth that was has undergone a few changes by the looks of it. There's a couple of cities I don't recognise. Well, I'm sorry, maybe these are real cities. If you live in the city of Kilpi in Indonesia, oh, something's changed. Oh, Australia. I always knew you liked Indonesia, but blimey, I didn't realise quite that much. Yeah, I think this is presumably Earth slightly in the future, because it looks like a few bits and pieces have changed, which is interesting. Though, oh, we were worried about the polar ice caps, mate, and didn't need to worry about that. Apparently, they're just all flipping. It was actually global warming was not a major problem. In fact, if any, oh, Florida, you got a bit of ideas above you stationed. Where's Britain? Oh, blimey, how is it under there? Oh, Britain. Oh, I'm so sorry. I blame France. Whatever happened here, I blame France. Yeah, apparently we've gone through a period of global cooling, which probably wasn't what we expected. So yes, we are starting off with a planet that's basically got no offensive capability whatsoever. The planet that we are living on right now has nothing but cities. Cities, and you can go into all these cities individually. So they've all got populations. That's 410 million people living in a single city there, so we're living in a future of mega cities, I'm guessing. I've got a certain amount of power, a certain amount of materials. Energy comes back every single turn, which is fine, whereas materials, I've got a bit of kind of a big amount of materials in storage just to help me get set up, but after that it's only being produced at 200 a turn, so if I need more energy, I need to invest in solar plants, and if I want more materials, I need to invest in mines. And meanwhile, if I want to start building weapons, I need to obviously start building those. But it's probably sensible to get your infrastructure set up first. First thing I absolutely love about this game, it says that if we were to go to war versus, you know, another planet, we probably wouldn't do it with a whizzy-bangy spaceships or anything. We'd probably be doing it with, you know, just railguns, where we just kind of fling a bit of rock into space and sort of hope it hits the other guy. And the other guy is obviously this guy right here, who we can go and have a look-see too. So we're close to, is that the red planet we're close to? Yeah, it's the red planet we're close to. So right now, I don't know anything about this guy. I know what his planet looks like, and I can just kind of, you know, have a little play around with him. But unfortunately, oh, there's me in the back. Love this game. I just love kind of games that feel big in scale, and when you kind of zoom in on a planet, just kind of look at its kind of exact coastline, and then in the background you can just kind of see Earth, and just kind of, you know, making slightly angry eyes to each other. But I don't know what's in his planet, because I've got no intel whatsoever, so I don't know where his cities are, and that's what I ultimately need to do. I need to kind of destroy his cities, because if he's got no cities, he's got no people, and if he's got no people, then there's no one to man his weapons or his mines or his power plants. That's ultimately what I want to do, destroy his cities. But I don't understand anything about anything. Now, if I could build some more intel, then as the intel that I gather on him increases, then I would kind of start learning like where all his stuff is. So, for example, I could eventually learn exactly where all his cities are if I can just get up, like, intel up to 40, which looks like it's about the max, which is really, really cool. And I can do this for any kind of planet. I can zoom in, and once I gather more intel, and by investing in technology, I can see everything on his planet, and you can actually start, it just feels like a real planet, because everything's kind of where you put it. Now, obviously, I also need to be building out my planet, so first things first, I'm going to need a little bit more energy in production, because 750 is okay, but actually 750 is probably alright for the minute. But the thing is, everything has to be connected together with a big grid. That's kind of the interesting thing about this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap a solar power plant down, so I need it to be connected to a wider grid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it to this. Actually, no, I'm not going to put it connected here. The thing is, positioning is really important, because if I put something on the side of my planet, then that means the enemy will have a, half the time the enemy won't have a clear shot at it because the planet will be facing away from them. But equally, I won't have a clear shot at the enemy. So I'm going to put it in the bit kind of here. Yeah, I'm going to put a plant there. So there's going to be a solar power plant there. And I'm going to put a mine as well, because basically I need more materials in a hurry. So I'm actually going to spend like all my materials on mines. Everything has to be connected together, and everything has a certain number of things that all, connect together. So can I afford anything else? No, I think I'm okay for the mix. I think I'm only allowed to... Okay, so I don't have enough energy. I've used up my energy. Now, the other part of this game is, other than your building, and those will not be built until next turn, I need to move to the tech tree. My population is generating a certain amount of research points, which goes up as my population goes up. If I get bombed by the other planets, then my population goes down, and the amount of research they have also goes down. So I have to kind of choose this tech tree. This tech tree is really long, and it's really cool. If anything, I think it's a little bit kind of hard to figure out what's where, which is a little bit of a problem. But and I don't really kind of see a theme. It would be nice if there was like a rough sort of theme, but I don't really understand kind of what all the themes are. You can kind of see when you hover over something what it causes, so it gives you an up. So this one would give you an upgrade for solar plants, and an upgrade for your mines. This one would give you a railgun upgrade, super hardened penetrators, so that's kind of more the aggressive one, I guess. And this one gives you the quantum encryption hub, which is a thing, I'm guessing. Well, I'm going to start upgrading my weapons in the background. You just get a certain amount of kind of technology, which is quite good. Can I do both? Oh, lovely. Because I've got 325 research, I can start kind of laying out my path now. So I can actually kind of say where I want it to go. So you don't have the fact that I'm only going to use 100 of my technology points on here, the remaining 225 will go into the next one that I want. So City Project active radar scan. Okay, so active radar scan's part of intelligence. That's probably a sensible thing to get going. So I'm going to turn this off. I'll just kind of stick with this one for now anyway. Yes, I'll stick with you for the minute, and we'll get most of you researched in the next time. So I would be able to go over to targeting view if I had any weapons, but if I move into targeting view, I don't have any weapons to fire right now, so we just move on to the next turn. Everyone moves around, because obviously the universe is actually moving. So we're moving apart. And the planets all rotate in different ways. You can tell from the little arrows which way they're rotating. So, for example, AI player 2 is circling that way, and green is slowly coming towards me. Actually, no, Green and me are always going to be on the opposite sides of the galaxy, because we've spawned on opposite sides, and we're both going in a clockwise pattern. Whereas eventually I'm going to get a clean line at player 2, and this guy's going to shuffle away from me, but he'll do his circuit of the sun and eventually come back round to me, so that's fine. So I've got my tech researched, and oh, does it not count? I thought it counted. Never mind, maybe it's you're not allowed to carry over once a project's done. That's only one project per turn. So advanced signal processing, that's fine, good. So back to building my planet, and now everything has been built over here. So now I've got production is now up to 300 minerals per turn and 850 energy per turn, which is good, because when I do start firing, as you can see, the railgun uses up 200 energy just to fire every time it fires, aside from the 250 it takes to build in the first place. Right, that energy is not going to be enough in the long run, so we're going to build a nice solar power plant. Yeah, round about here. That's going to be fine. Nice solar power plant. And we're going to build another mine as well. So we're just investing in everything here. So we've got another mine. Mine's going to be here on this nice island over here. Spreading things out is a good idea because when enemies throw stuff at you, it's got splash damage. So stuff that's nice and spread out is quite a sensible idea. So that is good. Lovely. Yes. Or actually, do I want a mine over here just so I've got... Because I want to bring everything into the grid, ultimately. Everything ought to be kind of brought into the grid. And you should be able to connect to everything. Everything should be able to connect together in the long run. Yeah, and then we can just connect you to here. So now everything's part of the grid. I'm not sure what the importance of the grid is, but because cities seem to function perfectly well outside of the grid, but everything else needs to be kind of connected together for some reason. And we've got a little bit of energy left over and nothing to actually fire with it, so as a result of that, we've got to, well, we can do some upgrading. This is what else you can do. And I just love this game. I love the concept behind this game. So yes, we've got this city, because it's got to a certain population size, you can do the city project that's relevant to that population size. So in this case, I can spend 200 and 150 energy on an observation agency. And that means that this city produces more science production, which is what unlocks new technology every single turn. So I could basically get this city is generating 76 out of my 335 science that's used for unlocking new technologies. I could spend a little bit of energy now just permanently boosting that, which I think would be kind of cool. But that's not all you can boost. You can boost everything else too. You can apply 2 benefits to your solar plants. So, for example, I don't think I haven't got all of these yet because you need to have unlocked technology for those for the moment. But yes, you can see it would have more health, and so, yeah, way more health, but it would be less stealthy, so the enemy would be able to detect it more easily. So this is where you made the trade-off. Sometimes you can make something really awesome, but by making it awesome, it's whizzing and banging, and the enemy can find it really easily. So, yeah, increase stealth, way increased stealth if you're wanting to spend lots of money, or energy yield, which can go to, like, yeah, plus 100%. You can double the capacity if you're willing to spend. So that's a really cool thing. And mines have something similar as well. So can I build any of these? Again, I can't build any of these. I've got to unlock more technology first. So I can't really upgrade anything yet aside from my cities. So it's probably a sensible idea to invest in these cities, getting a bit better at producing technology, because technology appears to be what's producing everything. Speaking of which, let's have a look at the tech tree. So right now, I was about to build the active radar scan. Now, do I actually think that's necessarily a good idea? Or, in fact, could multi-stage refinery be a really good thing? Yeah, that looks like actually like a really useful thing, because that's upgrades for my solar cells and everything. So I'm going to actually produce that this turn. And then, again, we've pretty much used up our energy. Yeah, we've used up our energy in our thing. We've nothing to fire. So, next player. Now, we're kind of hoping that no one's going to be shooting at each other yet. I'm hoping the enemy are doing the same thing as me, because we've technically not declared war at each other, but we also technically don't have to declare war at each other. We just sort of start firing occasionally, which is lovely. So yes, let's zoom in back to where we are, and I think we're probably ready to start building some weapons now we've got a little bit of bonus capacity going on here. So that is nice, isn't it? Now, what do we need to build? Actually, you know what? Every single one of these things, every single one of these railguns costs like 400 to build. I'm better off probably investing in upgrading my mine. So what did I get? I unlocked planet multi-stage refinery, planet material consumption minus 30%. Oh yes, I'd forgotten about this. You're on a finite world. I love this game. I love how well thought through it's been. So this is your planet. So your planet starts off with 100,000 materials inside it, and you basically are strip mining your planet slowly. Because we're consuming so much to engage in this interplanetary warfare, our planet will eventually get mined out, and as we get our mines to be more, problematic, then that's a bit of a problem. So I can upgrade my mines, so that they're still producing the same amount of material, but I'm stripping less out of the earth to do it. I'm not going to worry about that just yet, though. The other thing I can do, however, is another thing I've now unlocked. So energy yield plus 75%. I'm not worried about energy right now, but that will be a very useful thing when I do start needing energy to start shooting the hell out of everyone else in the world. So now I'm going to move my technology back into more of a weapon focus and start moving towards here, because orbital assembly gives me the new building missiles, and missiles are pretty damn cool. Missiles basically they're much better at targeting anyway. But yes, let's move back to my planet and see what else I actually want to do with it at this point. Yeah, I'm just going to keep building a few mines here. That's definitely, I think, a thing that's worth doing. What I think I ought to do is I'm just going to quickly upgrade my planet for just a couple more turns. I will rejoin you after I've increased the, after I've just kind of finished building all of the... Oh, game looks lovely. I will rejoin you after I've done kind of building a few more kind of just plants and mines and building up the infrastructure of my planet slightly. Okay, welcome back to New Earth, and as you can see, we've now got a nice little chain of spread out mines and solar plants, which is all working very nicely indeed. Now, what we do also have is we have our first railgun that I've just built. So railguns, obviously, they have hit points, they have a certain level of stealth ratings, they use energy cost to use, they do a certain amount of damage to buildings. So you can see my railgun has 250 hit points. If I can hit one of the enemy railguns, it's pretty much enough to almost wipe it out, as well as do damage of 225 million people's worth of damage. Yeah, pretty damn good if I do say so myself. You can also upgrade it using a couple of upgrades that I've picked up, for example. So if I were to do the descent phase boosters, then I can basically, yes, make it hit an area 30% wider, albeit I do 10% less damage. Or I could say it ought to have more fragments, albeit it then costs more to fire in terms of energy. Fragment amount, by the way, is the amount it kind of breaks up when it's in atmosphere and just kind of scatters over a wide area. Or I can say that it ought to have super hardened penetrators and do less damage to population, but more damage to buildings, so it's better at destroying infrastructure. The others I can't do yet because I'm going to need to unlock things like ultra capacitors, obviously. Or like this one, if I had ultra capacitors, I could actually unlock it doing it firing twice for a single fire point, albeit for 80% additional firepower. So slightly more efficient than just buying a second one. So as we've got all this energy, I think it's time to start kind of building a little bit more in the way of railguns. We're just going to build a little railgun kind of array in this sort of area, I think. This kind of strikes me as working very, very nicely indeed. Okay, so we've got that under construction as part of the grid. Does this one need an upgrade? Can I give an upgrade? How cheap are the upgrades? The upgrades don't cost that much, so yeah, I'm going to give this one its little area of effect boost. Why not? So that will take, again, a turn to build. But now, for the very first time, we actually get to go and do... Actually, wait, hang on, have I set my technology? No, I haven't. I need to set that. So what I kind of think I figured out is the ones on the bottom thread is like the defensive thread, whereas the ones in the middle are like the offensive thread. That's where you get your new weapons. Whereas if you go to the top, that's more kind of like your energy and people type ones. I think that's one. This is kind of more energy. This is weapons, and this is defense. Is kind of the feeling I'm kind of getting from this. So I'm going to go into orbital assembly because the ultra capacitors definitely feels like a useful sort of thing it definitely feels like a useful sort of thing for my railgun. So I'm going to go into this, which is going to take a couple of turns to build, and will also let me have missiles when I want to transition into missiles. And we now actually have a weapon that we can actually fire, a basic interplanetary weapon. So if I go into firing mode here, then I can just fire that. Now, the way this works is gravity is a thing. Just in case you weren't convinced that this game was the most wonderful thing imaginable. Gravity is a thing. And not only is gravity a thing, the enemies that you might theoretically be targeting do actually move. So if you can't just fire at AI player 2 because they're going to actually move into a wider area. So yes, this is a problem, isn't it? So what you really want to do is you want to kind of line them up perfectly with an enemy orbit if you can. Because if you've lined it up perfectly with an enemy orbit, then you've probably got a good chance of getting a hit. I don't know why we're at war, by the way. I just like to assume in my head that the reason we're at war is just like an incredibly petty one about TV series or something. Like the people on the green planet think that Lost's final episode was really good, and the people on the orange planet think that Heroes was still good after the first series, and the people on the yellow planet think that Buffy Season 1 was the best series of Buffy, and they're all wrong and need to be destroyed with orbital lasers as a consequence. Ah, this seems like a sort of thing that I'm interested in. This could be a very good one. So I'm going to say that. Targeting complete. So yes, that is now as it should be. So that's my targeting. That's now set up. And basically it's going to hit this guy right in the back, but I don't know where it's going to be. He's going to move, but I'm hoping that the gravity will also just slightly pull it in towards him. So, yeah, this might be the first shot fired of the game. No, no one else is firing. Then you get to follow your missile as it goes around. So, our missile's going in, and it's going to... Oh! Oh! Darn it. Yeah, he moved. Slightly missed him. I think something else slightly adjusted its orbit, unfortunately, and my missile zooms off into space. Didn't do anything useful. Shame. But obviously this guy's now coming way closer back into position, so we're in a much better position now. So, focus on our building. Focus on our building. We've got some good buildings, including now our railgun is updated, which is excellent news. Okay, I'm going to build one more mine as well, because the I feel like I need 700. I really feel like I need 700 just to kind of keep things ticking over at the moment. So I want another mine in play. But we do now have 2 railguns, so we can start kind of taking pot shots with both of those railguns. And by the way, when you want to upgrade your weapons, you can sell them all. So if you go into it, you can sell them for, what do you get back? So, obviously I spent 400 minerals on this railgun. I can get 320 back instantly. So selling stuff for a kind of a bit of a boost, if you just kind of need a very temporary boost, is a perfectly viable strategy because you get 80% of what you spent back. So you can tech switch pretty damn quickly. Tech switch, probably the biggest problem with tech switching is you need the energy to do it, because you still need energy to build new stuff. But energy is generally less intensive for building weapons than minerals, so I think it works quite nicely indeed. Could build one more thing, but I think we're okay for the minute. Yeah, I'm loving this world. Right, okay. What's in research at the moment? Oh, we're still in orbital assembly. That's fine. So out to observation mode. And I feel like Planet 2 is probably... Yeah, Planet 2 is probably in the position where we're going to want to be opening fire on that. So now we've got this upgraded weapon. This upgraded weapon, which has extra stuff on it. So zoom right out, and we've got... Aha! We've got a very good shot at this guy, assuming we can compensate for the fact that he's going to be moving. See, this looks like a good shot, but because it's actually just a straight shot at him, if we miss, the missile will just kind of go all over the shop and it won't hit anything. So arguably, it's actually not the most sensible shot that we've got. If we could like get this to go round and hit something else, if we could get it to kind of perfectly enter someone else's atmosphere, it could actually be a better shot. So I just need to go... My targeting is not good enough to try and hit that. Unless it's to go round the sun. No, that's not good enough. Alright, fine. We're just going to have to take a shot at Planet 2 here. Good, stupid red planet. Now, how fast is it going to go? It's a pretty straight shot, and they're pretty close to me in the galaxy, so... Something about here might about do it. And then we'll try the other one. There's no point not using up all your energy when you're kind of when you're ending your turn if you've got guns to fire. You kind of might as well, because yeah, there's you get all your energy back. It's fully upgraded at the end of next turn. So, right, go, fire, fire. Oh, I feel like he's already moved. Oh yes, double hit. Double hit! Look at him burn! Look at him burn! I'll teach you for thinking that Buffy Series 1 was good. I mean, it was alright, but it was Monster of the Week form. It didn't have any of the good plot arcs of the latest series. I mean, okay, it was better than Season 7, but screw you! Screw you, planet that's on fire! Screw you all! And because we've hit something, I think we've now got, I think our missiles might have just kind of, oh! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, lovely. Oh, just love. I'm not sure if we even hit anything. We might not have even hit anything. We might have just kind of nuked a completely empty area. but we don't really know, unfortunately. Let's go into intelligence to see if we can figure anything out. So we know about a kinetic defense. Oh, so you can set up defenses, by the way. This isn't something I've done yet, but you can set up defenses where basically in this area, anything that's built in this area is kind of safe. So, but he hasn't put his railguns in it. He's put his railguns on the South Pole. Interesting. So at this point, I have a flipping ton of minerals that I can spend, and also conveniently, I've got I could potentially upgrade to the next level of things, which is missiles. Though before I do that, now missiles are available. I want to check on the tech tree in terms of upgrades for missiles versus anything else. Ooh, missiles just happen to have nuclear capability. Guys, we're switching to missiles. We're switching to missiles. We kind of want the onboard targeting AI and the nuclear penetrator. I feel like nuclear penetrator is exactly what we want, guys. So let's start. Yeah, I'd say we switch entirely to missiles at this point. The railguns have served their purpose well, but it's time to go over to missiles. Although we're going to need a fair whack of energy to fund some of this. Yeah, we're going to need more energy, in fact. Right, okay, this is a couple of turn strategy in that case. We've got 2 railguns at the minute. 2 railguns. We'll keep you. Look, sell you, so we've got enough funds to start funding some more solar plants. So, solar plant. Yes, lovely. You can connect to, can you connect to that? No, just slightly out of range, never mind, I don't need it to be connected to that. So, we've got now a good energy capacity kind of coming in. Do I want to do that again, potentially? I might just want to, you know. Yeah, I might just want to bring that in, and we'll want to connect you into the grid. I'm not sure what the benefit is, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're now short on minerals, but we're going to have plenty of energy next turn. In fact, I can also do a little bit of an upgrade here for... Should have just done that. That's way more efficient. Because that's only 200 and 100, and it's 75% energy yield. Right, hang on. I'm actually gonna sell one of those back. I'm gonna sell you straight away, because that was a silly decision. That was a silly decision I just made. Instead, I'm just going to upgrade my solar plants. You, solar plant, be upgraded. Right, we're massively increasing the efficiency of all our solar plants at the moment. So that's going to go beautifully well in a minute. We also could use potentially a little bit more mining capacity. Yeah, bit more mining capacity. Just keep building the mines. Keep building the mines. By next turn, we are going to be a damn economic powerhouse. Do I have anything left to shoot? I probably do. I think I've got one thing left I can shoot. And just enough energy to shoot it as well. Right. What have we got here? What do we have a good shot at? I tell you what, we've actually got not a bad shot at green, but actually, which way is that blue guy? Okay, the blue guy's going the other way, so his gravity should be not having a huge impact on things. I'd say if we shoot about here, maybe more like here. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Yep, I think we're good. And we've got, yes, we do have things in production. Next player. Is anyone else going to shoot? No one else has actually fired yet. These are medium difficulty computers, but no one else decided to fire. Maybe everyone else is being more sensible than me and decided that what they're going to do is invest in better infrastructure than I have. Oh, someone else is firing. Who are they firing at? And, but that guy's a much better shot than me, apparently. Oh, well. My missile's gone into the depths of space. This guy had the right idea. I think he kind of did a little lob shot to actually enter the orbit of that planet. Okay, right. So now look at us go. Now we are a damn powerhouse with so much energy. So much energy. We are in such good shape right now. We are in so much good shape. We've got quite a lot of energy as well. Yep, go into build mode. Now, we can sell the railgun to produce enough... yeah, we can get quite a lot of materials from that. Boom. We sadly can't sell a city. We can't just sell a city to private investors in order to get a load of anything, which is deeply sad. We can build 2 missiles in one go. I've got so much damn energy. I feel like I didn't really need one of these power plants, but I can't take these down now because otherwise it will take that mine off the grid and it won't be powered anymore. It won't produce anything anymore. So that could be a bit of a problem. Alright, missiles. Yes, we are now building a missile thing. So, missiles can be here. Yep, missiles, lovely. And we can build another missile too. Another missile. Yep, lovely. Oh, come on. Yep, missile. Both of those missiles are in production. And we can start topping that up with a bit more stuff later. Alright, nice. But I think we don't. That means we now have no weapons. We're now defenseless. So I'm really hoping no one decides to shoot at me. Because if they decide, that would be so mean if they decided to shoot at me. I've done nothing to them. I tried to do certain things to them, but I was too incompetent to pull it off. Wait, hang on. Apart from that one planet I did shoot. I don't think I hit much, though. They might not have noticed. I might have hit the equivalent of Aberdeen and nobody noticed. Alright, Galaxy, what are you going to do today? Is anyone else feeling like they're in a blowing everything up sort of mood? Oh, those planets are firing at each other. Oh, and they're actually better at it than I am. This is why I'm going for missiles. Missiles zoom in. If you just get close enough, the targeting takes over and they shoot each other. I'm increasingly feeling like I should just hang around here at the edge of the galaxy and not cause trouble for anyone. Because I feel like these two planets are now really, really keen on blowing each other up. Do I have any intelligence about any of them? Well, I know when they've been shot. But on that, I know literally nothing, because I'm so far away, I don't know anything about them. This guy, do I know anything about him? He's at... Ooh, I know a lot about him. Oh, this is the... Yeah, I must have visibility of this guy for some reason. Oh, down here, that's kind of cool. So that's the relative levels of intelligence. So actually, no, that means he's got full visibility of us and a huge amount of missile... Oh, dear. This guy has large numbers of missiles and telescope arrays. This guy has a huge number of missiles and telescope arrays. I feel like this guy is much better than me at this game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Which one's this guy? Is this guy anywhere near to me? Oh, this is yellow guy. Oh, yellow guy's not a problem. Yellow guy's not a problem at the minute, or at least not yet. So, I've got 1,000 minerals, enough to build another 2 missiles if I wanted to. Before I do that, I'm going to check on the missile upgrades. Ah, the lock-on range increasing by 100%. Now that's worth doing. Yeah, so I just need to get a rocket roughly in the vicinity of them, and then that will work quite nicely. So that is a good upgrade for... That's definitely a good upgrade for the rockets. Sorry, for the missiles. The missiles. Speaking of missiles, build more missiles. Yes, build missiles. And we've also got... What I should do is I should start getting my intelligence up a little bit, because my intelligence right now is pretty damn poor. So I should just build a telescope array that's just kind of... We're going to build it down in New Flipping Florida that's just flipping gone... What the hell did you do to Mexico? Wait, is this some sort of future where Donald Trump became Prime Minister and he started a horrendous war that caused flipping this to happen? Well, alright, well, we're going to go check what happened to Mexico by putting a telescope array right in the damn middle of it. Lovely. Okay, we've got 2 missiles, no upgrades, but we're alright. What I think we should do is we should try and just start throwing them in the direction of this planet. Because this planet's very slowly coming our way. Well, unless we've got a better shot at... You see, this is a more sensible shot. This is a more sensible shot at this planet, because this planet will also be coming my way, but like because I can line it up roughly with the orbit, then this is almost guaranteed to end up in the same vicinity as, end up in the same vicinity as them. So I'm going to go here, and then click on target planet, and now I get to choose where this missile zooms in on when it arrives. I have no idea. I don't have much intelligence about this planet. So all I do know is obviously if I hit a landmass, that's good. Meanwhile, if I hit... I'm just going to hit that one building. Yep. And then I'm going to go basically for the same strategy. Unless I've got a better shot with this one than I would with... Ooh. That's not a bad shot, albeit... Oh, that's dangerous because it depends on that planet's gravity and that planet's going to shift. So that's probably a dangerous one. And yeah, we're just going to go for the same thing again. Just going to go the same thing again. We've just got to get this in line with here. Yeah, we're just going to put a little bit more like that. This planet. And on this occasion, I think we will speculate that if this is here, there's going to be something about here. Boom. Okay? That is what we shall do. So go into this mode. And next player. No technology research. Apparently, okay, the game gets really fussy if you're not upgrading technology. Well, I think we'll upgrade the nuclear weapon, quite frankly. Yes, that would be a sensible thing to do. Oh, he's firing at him, but it's not going to do much. Oh, boom, boom, and boom. What have we done? 7 enemy buildings damaged. Oh, hell yes. Oh, hang on. That missile's coming. Oh, what the hell was that? That must have been a missile with a really wide range. Okay, we have just... Yes, we've just done a lot of damage. Where's my telescope array? Oh yeah, I built it in the remains of Donald Trump's Mexico. So what I can do is I can also upgrade this one. So it's just passively gaining me data. So Intel plus 50% or counterintelligence. Oh, so you can also block other people's intelligence. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, why not? Let's have that make it work better. We've only got one flipping telescope array. We may as well actually have it doing something useful. So, meanwhile, over on this planet, oh dear, we have started knackering their defences. We have started knackering this guy's defences a little bit. Oh, that's lovely. That's just beautiful. Alright, whoever this guy is, this guy's going down. So as John World begins to take shape, I'm going to call this part here, but I'm going to put up, I'm going to record some more of this now, and there's going to be a second part of this, probably later this week. Series like this, I tend to just kind of do like 2 or 3 parts, and they'll all be in the same week. So I will do another part of this very, very soon indeed, but I love this game. This game's wonderful, how everything connects together. You just feel like you've got this big connected world. Everything upgrades. There's a huge complex tech tree. It's gorgeous, where you can just look at the galaxy from your world. It's just beautiful. I love it, and it's amazing, and you should play this. Interplanetary. Utterly, utterly wonderful. I'm going to play some more now, and I think I'm just going to try. My aim is just going to be to just bomb the hell out of a planet. I'm just going to bomb the hell out of one planet and see if I can just take one planet out of the game next time. So watch me commit genocide on a planetary level later this week, hopefully. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John. It's been many a true nerd. And this has been Interplanetary and John World, declaring war on everyone else for no well-explained reason. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Down, 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 get off it. Just hop off. Oh no, that was wrong! I would untie and save you, you understand, but there is a hovercraft. I really hope the bear's not still around. The bear is still around! The bear's still around! The bear's still around! Good news, guys! Elephants here! Hey!